Hey guys, last night on TikTok Live, Luggy made a claim, a bold one. He said he had finally unmasked Mark Smith, the ghost in the machine, the thorn in their side, the voice they couldn't shut down. But he's wrong, dead wrong, because Mark Smith isn't one person. Mark Smith is a collective. Let's rewind. In the early months of the Jay Slater investigation, there were creators, commentators, and everyday people asking questions. Valid questions, reasonable doubts. And what did they get in return? Doxing, intimidation, harassment, silencing. People lost accounts, some lost jobs, others were threatened, some even stalked. Why? Because they spoke. Because they didn't fall in line with the Luggy-led narrative? Because they wanted justice for Jay. And if you're watching this right now, chances are you felt it too. The dread when your comment disappears. The warning DM, the fake report, the sudden pile-on, the threats, the name-calling, the fear just for asking a question. Or maybe you've seen it happen to someone else, someone you followed, someone who tried to speak, someone who's now gone quiet. You know how this works. Luggy and the accident crew built it like a machine. Push back, get punished. Speak out, get erased. But Mark Smith was born from that exact moment. From that shared rage, from that refusal to play scared. From people like you. People who said, I see what's happening. I'm not okay with it. And I won't be silent anymore. And in the middle of all that noise, all that fear, all that shadow play, something formed. A quiet alliance. A digital underground. A group of people who'd had enough. They'd seen the threats. They'd had the lies thrown at them. They watched as decent people were dragged online, simply for not bowing down to the accident version of events. And they said, no more. They started talking. They started documenting. They started feeding information, not to trolls, not to chaos makers, but to Duncan Smith. One of the few creators left who refused to be bullied into silence. And in that collaboration, a name was born. Smith, for Duncan. Mark, a placeholder, a shield, a randomly chosen first name. A name to protect the people behind it. A name that stood for something more. And so, Mark Smith wasn't one man. It was many. Men, women, parents, researchers, some survivors of Luggy's tactics themselves. All united by one thing. A burning desire to get to the truth. Mark Smith is not one man. He's the whisper in the livestream chat. He's the watermark on the leaked screenshot. He's the document shared with a journalist. He's the eyes behind the blurry footage, seeing what others missed. He's the persistence that outlasts your threats. So when Luggy says, I've found him, all he's really found is another person who got in his way. Another person brave enough to say, that doesn't make sense. Where was he really that night? Why hasn't this been investigated properly? Mark Smith can't be unmasked, because Mark Smith is everywhere. He's in the DMs. He's in the source files. He's in the questions you can't bury anymore. And here's the thing Luggy still doesn't understand. The more he lashes out, the more he tries to intimidate, the more he strengthens the very thing he wants to destroy. Because for every creator he silences, two more step up. One speaks, three listen. You can't cancel a cause. Mark Smith is not afraid, because Mark Smith is not alone. So let Luggy boast. Let him think he's cracked the code. Let him point fingers and chase ghosts. But the truth is this, you can't dox an idea. You can't intimidate a collective. And you'll never, ever silence the people who want justice for Jay. Who is Mark Smith? He's whoever you're not ready to face. He's what happens when enough people say, enough is enough. And trust me, he's just getting started. We are Mark Smith. We are the ones who stood back up. We are the ones you couldn't run off. We are the ones you couldn't shut up. We've seen your games, we've felt your threats, and we're still here. We will never be silenced. We will never be bullied. We will never forget what you did. And we will never stop fighting for justice for Jay. We are Mark Smith, and we are just getting started. Thanks for watching. And as always, we look forward to reading your thoughts and opinions in the comments below.